Mr. Ryan Cull! Yes, give it up for Barry one more time. Hello from Canada. Hey. Oh, wow, that was really nice. Thank you. How about that, America? Yeah, I've been living here about a year now, and I love a lot of the British words and phrases you guys have. You guys have some of the best words in the world. My favorite British word to use, without a doubt, is definitely the word cheeky. You know, love the word cheeky. Use it all the time, because the way British people use this word is, as long as you put the word cheeky in front of something stupid you're about to do, you know, it kind of justifies your actions. Like, I was hanging out with this guy the other day, and he just leaned in all quiet and goes, "Hey, you want to hear a cheeky little racist joke?" I was like, only if it's cheeky. It wasn't just racist. So, you know, I'm sure some of you tonight will just be like, "Oh, bartender, just give me a cheeky little pint before I go drive home." And I know when I get home, I'm having a cheeky little wank. It's the best word in the world. It's the best. You guys should actually use this word to deliver bad news to people. You know, it kind of softens the blow, I think. You know, you could just turn to your partner and just be like, "Listen, honey, you should probably go see a doctor. You know, I may have given you a just a cheeky bit of herpes." That's about fine. But yeah, it is really nice to be here. I sincerely mean that, ladies and gentlemen, because I live in a flat share in Tottenham. So it's just nice to not be home, basically. Do you have any flat share livers in here? Oh, wow, that's very enthusiastic for a flat share. I fucking hate it, man. I live in a 5-bedroom flat. I got about 35, 36 flatmates, I think. I think I know why they call it a flat share, because the only thing being shared in my flat is depression. And all my food, apparently, which is nice. Like, I only had a box of Cheerios to my name, okay? It's the only food I had. And I came home the other day after a gig and found out someone ate my Cheerios. Oh, thank you. That's the same noise I make every time I pour myself a bowl. And I'm not saying like someone took a bowl of my Cheerios. Like, I'm saying someone ate the whole fucking box. Right? You know, and it was a jumbo box too, okay? The guy must have had like 19 bowls in one day. I think that was some sort of weird Cheerios party, you know, sprinkle cocaine on top of it like it's sugar. I don't have a shower curtain. I don't have a shower curtain in my flat. Thank you. That's not usually my bragging point, but yeah. Which is fine, because I've actually always wanted to know what it's like to shower in prison. It's terrifying, man. Like, I've actually now started bathing in a wetsuit holding a knife. You know, I'm not letting anyone get a cheeky little rape in on me. My bed sucks, man. My bed is the worst. Like, if you gave my bed to a homeless man outside, he would just be like, "Nah, it's okay, man. I'll stick to the concrete. It's better for my spine." You know, and I'm in my 30s now, so I never thought I'd be living this way. It's really weird. And I call my brother back home in Canada. And my brother has like a real job, you know, real responsibilities, like a family. And it all sounds really difficult when I talk to him. And then he asks me how things are going in my life. You know, and I must sound like a maniac, because I'm just like, "Oh, how things going with me? I'll tell you how they're going. Some fucking asshole's eating all my Cheerios." We're not on that same mental level anymore. It's a real shame, huh? But it was turning 30, like, changed everything for me. It was like one of those, you know when you hit those milestone ages in your life, you kind of start to look back on yourself, and you start to kind of reflect on things and learn about yourself you never even knew. And one of the things I've learned about myself is, since looking back, is I'm a quitter. A giant quitter. Yeah, exactly, my man. That's why I moved to England. So, I think the reason I'm a quitter is like, because I've always had this like debilitating fear of rejection my whole life. So like when I turned 30, I said, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change that about me. So I'm going to move to England. I'm going to do stand-up comedy, and I'm going to get myself rejected at a level that's probably going to kill me. Because there's so much rejection. Like that's the thing about being from another country. Like if I come up here and I suck, you know, not only will you hate my jokes, you'll kind of hate Canadians a little bit more too. That's the thing, like, there's so much rejection in this job, and like, I have been booed off stage by a Hells Angels biker in a wheelchair. I did this show once called The Teddy Storm in England, and this is a show where I would come up on stage like this and do stand-up, and if you, the audience, hated me, you all had a bunch of stuffed teddy bears you could just start throwing at me. It's like, do you know how degrading that is for a job? Okay? Like, I used to work in market research, okay? And never once was I presenting something in a meeting, right? And then all of a sudden some drunk client from the back gets up, he just be like, oh, you call that a pie chart, you cunt? You know? And just throw a muffin at me. I got a lot of fears, too. Turning 30, I got a lot of fears in my life. I got this weird fear recently. I'm afraid I'm shrinking. Yeah, it's a really weird fear. Like I have this feeling like when I'm 40, I'm gonna be like 4'2". You know, like I saw the movie Benjamin Button the other day. I almost had a panic attack. Yeah, and I think the reason I feel like I'm shrinking is because like all through high school and university, I was always like a medium-sized T-shirt, right? Then all of a sudden this obesity epidemic kicked in, right? Everyone else gets so fucking fat. I get knocked back down to small, you know? And it's ridiculous. Like, I don't even shop anymore. I can't do it because I just get so mad. I'd be in there like trying on a shirt, and then I'd have some like 15-year-old, you know, little girl trying to help me. She'd just be like, "Oh, how about you try the small?" And I'd just be like, "Oh, how about you shut the fuck up?" It's like, "Why don't you go fold some sweaters and try not to get pregnant the next 4 years?" Okay? I'll deal with the shirts. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, and I gotta like, I try to talk to people. I'm not a good talker. Like, this is why I do stand-up. This is like my therapy. And because I can't talk about my problems a lot. Like, I'm one of those people. I'm a repressor. So what that means is I take all my problems and I shove them down deep, you know, really down deep. And then what I like to do personally is I like to pour tons and tons of alcohol on top of that, you know, and really let it marinate there for a couple months, you know. Really let that alcohol soak in the pain, you know. And then what eventually happens is like, it becomes so toxic that you just flip out and have like a complete meltdown in public. And I had this meltdown a couple weeks ago. I was at an O'Neill's pub at like 1:30 in the morning, and I was just hammered. And there was a cover band on, and this cover band was playing Nirvana's "Smells Like Teen Spirit." The place was loving it. Everyone was like having a great time. Everyone thought it was like the best song. I was loving it. And then all of a sudden, this band decides to follow that song up by playing "Men at Work's Do You Come From a Land Down Under." You know? And I fucking snapped. I don't know what it was. I just lost it. I just started booing them. You know, and I'm a comic. Like, I don't heckle people. Like, that's not cool to do. And like, my brother's just looking at me. He's like, "What is your problem?" And I'm just like, "They suck." I'm like, "Just choose a genre." You know? That would be like if I was like a comedian and I was telling all these one-liners, right? And I was telling one-liners for about 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden for the next 7, I pulled out a fucking sock puppet, you know, and then just started talking. You guys are looking at me like I'm a maniac. What was that, sir? Oh, you're a little quiet now, huh? It's a lot harder than it fucking looks, doesn't it? I know. I've been trying to date more. And I went out with this girl a little while back. That was really weird. And I went out with this girl a little while back, and we were out with her friend, we were all getting hammered, and then her friend all of a sudden just like slams her arm on the table and challenges me to an arm wrestling match, like right in the middle of a pub. Yeah, just like a cheeky little arm wrestling match. And I had to explain to her, I was just like, okay, first of all, I don't arm wrestle women, okay? And between me and you, especially not ones that can beat me. Because there's nothing in it for a guy to arm wrestle a woman. Like, there's nothing. Like, if I win, I'm not going to feel better about myself. Where you think I'm going to go home, look at myself in the mirror, and just be like, yeah, you're the fucking man, Ryan! Start flexing. It's like, don't you ever let a girl disrespect you that way. But if I lose, I'll probably go home and kill myself. So then she started to kind of like attack my manhood. That was her strategy. She's just like, oh, what, aren't you a man? It's like, don't you know a real man would arm wrestle a woman? I'm like, what kind of men do you hang out with? And secondly, if I want to feel shitty about myself as a man, I'll join a gym. And I'll go hang out with the other guys trying to bench press their broken dreams. I don't go to a real gym. I go to one of those like outdoor gyms in the park. Any members? Yeah. Love the outdoor gym. The outdoor gym's the best because if it rains, I can't go. It's amazing. It's already amazing. And the second thing is, like, there's no judgment in the outdoor gym. Like, you can do whatever the hell you want in there, man. You can smoke in my gym. It's unbelievable. Like, I saw a guy the other day, like, you can do whatever you want. No one gives a shit. I saw a guy the other day rolling a spliff. It's not like I can say shit to him because I'm drinking whiskey. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is my time. You guys have been a lot of fun.